Appreciate you hitting the button. Welcome to the How to Hustle podcast with Hank. This is episode, what is this one? 64. You follow me on Instagram and Twitter at I am Hank. That's HYNPE. It's Hank. It's not hype. I'm not geeked up. Very special guest in the building. Shouts out to my folks. Introduce yourself to the audience.
Yeah, it's truth. The I Say Podcast Network, the Stand On It Podcast out of Greenville, South Carolina.
See, my man comes in locked, loaded, ready, and telling y'all where he's from because he knows international hype is not just a hashtag, that is a way of life. All right, let's hit the rundown. Every Monday, E-Block Radio Network, 2 o'clock every Monday. GFT Radio Network, 2 o'clock every Tuesday. Wednesday, 216 The Blend, 8 a.m., 8 p.m. Thursday is WTNUphilly.com, 12:30 every Thursday. I Say Podcast Radio Network, 10 a.m. every Friday. Shouts out to my man Is. And then we go Saturday is THC Media at 10 a.m. every Saturday. Sunday, we still looking to fill that slot, y'all. Let's make it happen. Custom Hustle World is my clothing line. Free wristbands come with any purchase that you make from Custom Hustle World. Jackets, jerseys, sweatsuits, hoodies, t-shirts, however you need it. And we just got the basketball jerseys in, y'all. And H2H Cleaning. H2H Cleaning is my cleaning company. That is at H2H Cleaning on Instagram only. It's a tri-state area situation, but if you make it worth my while, I will slide. All right, episode 64 is ready, locked, loaded, and let's go. What do we got to do better at? What do we have to get better at? We let the guests go first on the How to Hustle podcast. Toss one at me, Is.
Being accountable, holding each other accountable.
I like that. Not only holding each other accountable, though, we also got to be better at accepting criticism when somebody's holding you accountable. You gotta not be argumentative and not be defensive just because somebody telling you something that you're doing ain't right. Everything that we doing ain't right. It's one thing I always try to tell people is if you're the smartest person in the room all the time, get out of the building because something ain't right there. One of my joints right now would be let's give the flowers to those fathers who handle their responsibilities. We always quick to talk about the dude who ain't doing nothing for his kids, who ain't did nothing for this one or that one. Let's talk about the dude who's out here doing homework and picking the kids up from school and knows the teachers' names, sitting in at the PTA meetings, and you know what I'm saying? Even the ones who know how to do a ponytail, because I don't, but you know what I'm saying? I know some who do.
Yeah.
But we need to get them dudes their flowers and stop always just talking about the ones who ain't there.
Most definitely.
Go ahead, toss another one at me. What we got to get better at? Standing
on truth.
That sounds like a plug for the podcast.
For sure.
Go ahead, talk a little bit about that then. Elaborate a little bit in the standing on truth.
So, I was having a conversation with someone when we talk about standing on truth. Is one of the reasons why I feel about religion like I do, because I feel like it's very few preachers, pastors, or anyone who will completely stand on truth as it relates to principles of what they believe in the Bible or whatever, if it impacts their pocketbook. And I think that same culture has bled over into society where people know truth and then they won't stand on it because it impacts their pocketbook, or it's somebody who got a deep pocketbook. Like, you know what I'm saying? Rat will go to jail, he'll get out, was a rat, and now he's celebrated just because he got money. They're still like big bro him, what up OG, call him all of that. He a rat, a big rat. You know what I mean? It's just there's no standing on truth, man. People are just focused on popularity and pocketbooks. And
so here go the problem with that. Is the vernacular that they use these days. Is my truth or your truth. You know what I'm saying? They don't focus on the facts. People make their own interpretations of everything now. Everything ain't subjective. You know what I'm saying? 1 + 1 is 2. You can't say, well, not the way that I do math, because the way that I believe and think is 15. But that's what we got now. So you got some people who standing on a lie, know it's a lie, and will die on it because they say that this is their truth. You know what I'm saying? So that's the problem that you got there, is everybody's not even on the same accord that 1 and 1 is 2 these days. People is telling you that, man, it could be something else if you look this way and turn to one sideways, and then if you they just not everybody ain't even on the same accord or understanding of the way things go. Like at a conversation I was on, shout out to BTG podcast, it's BTG podcast 215. I was on their podcast and we was talking and Dan was like something about everybody has an obligation to be a good nigga. And I'm like, no, everybody don't have an obligation to be a good nigga. Some people are here to just be create mischief. Some people is just here to be a divide into your situation. Some people is just here to be negative. Some people is here to just fuck up your whole situation at all times. Like everybody's not here to do the same thing. Like you know what I'm saying? So we gotta take into account and realize those type of things that when you're dealing with people now, like people just come up with their own shit, their own explanations and thoughts processes. And it's like, I can't have a conversation with you if we're not gonna go based on the facts. If we going off opinion and not facts, copy. I'm good.
Yeah, we gotta go out on facts, man.
Yeah, the facts is the shit that you can't argue. I hate when you bring, like you said, you bring the truth to something, you bring it to somebody, put it in their face, and they still argue with you. When you
Mm,
giving them that criticism, and it's like, okay, so you just want to argue. You got it.
mm,
Like,
mm.
all right, here go another one for you. Something that we got to get better at is supporting each other instead of always constantly going like, them niggas ain't better than me or this, that, or whatever because they got this, that, or whatever. Prime example, when I see that you throw up I Say Podcast Network instead of just the podcast. Shout out to Rain. I was listening back then. I used to jump on the live every week. I used to be jumping on the live. And I see that you doing that. And I say to you, look, even if we gonna try to work a situation out where I can get my situation on. But if I can't, I ain't got no problem still put up a post for y'all. You still like the picture when you see it. Still try to support the movement instead of oh, them niggas think they better than me because they doing this, that, or whatever. Or people see like, let's use for example, we get the wing spot from down the street throw us a sponsorship. Now the other niggas that we was cool with cross town and got a station too. Oh, now these niggas think they better than me. Like we gotta do a better job at not always. In fact, it should have been we got to do a better job of not competing with each other. That's what I should have said. We gotta do a better job of not competing because it's enough for us all out here. Like
Mm.
every situation can't be about you though. And if you see it's a situation where it's like, all right, well, they're not looking for what it is that I'm supplying, but is can fill that lane. So you know what I'm saying? Let me throw it to him. Let me throw it to somebody else who's in that lane and they can handle that situation. And it's not even something that's for me, but it ain't even always about me trying to do it for me. It's about how us progressing. I told you this a minute ago, and I tell people this all the time when I talk to them. I want to get the first class, and when I turn around, I want to see you there. I don't want
Yeah,
to turn around left, right, and I don't know none of these niggas up here. You know what I'm saying?
bro, I don't know how it is up there in Philly, but down here in the South, man, like where I'm at, one of the biggest problems, man, is a lot of black folk live by if it ain't white, it ain't right. Meaning, if a white person ain't involved in it or the decision making or the planning, it can't be legit. I'm not gonna try somebody who look just like me because I just feel like all niggas is up to some bullshit. Like, why would I trust them to invest my money? Why would I? Then they'll be like, well, I spend it and I give you a little bit back here and there, just cause you know what I'm saying. That be the MO, like how we do business, but we gotta work to improve it. You know what I'm saying?
All right,
Yeah,
so I'm not. This is something I talked about maybe 2-3 weeks ago.
yeah,
I pro black. I'm all for it. We gonna pump the black lotion. It could be black soap. I don't care what it is, as long as it's quality. We
right.
can't just pump it just cause it's black. Just cause we both happen to be black, don't make, like I can't just start smelling not right because Iz has a new lotion line. And like my hands are still ashy, but you know he black. Nah, we can't do that. We
Yeah,
have to hold each other to the standard of quality of a certain quality. Now, I ain't investing no money with no niggas. I got some niggas who I love dearly. We ain't doing no business though. We got
right.
some black people, you know what I'm saying, that we want to do some business with. Let's make it happen. But up here, we more so crab in a barrel type time. Up here is nobody wants to see nobody do better because then they think that they just gonna talk about how they're doing better than the other person. Where I'm the type of person who is like, if you let me in the door, I'm pulling as many people as I can in this side door. I'm
Yeah.
telling everybody that I know, yo, the side door is open. If you don't come up here to get through the door, there's nothing I can do for you. But I told you, I gave you the opportunity. I let you know that it was there.
Yeah.
I tell people all the time, like a couple people that told me, like, yo, the rundown is long as hell in the beginning. And I'm like, I don't do the rundown to try to brag about all these different stations. I'm doing the rundown to let everybody know who's listening in all these different cities and markets that it's easy for you to do this because I'm showing you that I'm doing it.
Yeah.
Like, it's not hard for you to put these things together. You just got to put the work in.
Mm-hmm.
So whenever somebody gets something or does something, I never look at it like on a tip like, oh, damn, how come Iz got that and I ain't get it? Nah, Iz got it. That's what's up, bro. I'm glad you got it. I'll even shoot you. If I tell you, this another drink. Everybody don't got my number. You know what I'm saying? People
Yeah.
who got my number, though, is because I feel a certain way about you. And if you do something good or anything goes on, it could be good, bad, and different. Like I always tell, I ain't the friend that's just there when the sun is shining. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Situation get bad, you still supposed to check in on them the same way that you did when everything was cool.
For sure.
I'm that guy. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
go ahead. What's your next one?
We gotta stop masking politics with racism. You know what I'm saying? We gotta stop that immediately. You know, and just call it what it is. It's just a dumb law made by a dumb group of people, but it doesn't necessarily mean that they're racist just because they believe in a certain political party or a certain law. Like, nah, because there's plenty of laws that I agree with, you know, related to an unpopular political party. But, you know, would I be labeled a racist because I'm black? I highly doubt it. I'll probably be called names like Uncle Tom or Coonan or things of that nature. But, you know, we got to stop that.
I would say most things are got a racial tone to them. Like, and that's just even I know it got to be worse for y'all because you down there in the South where
You
it's just more of that. That's just it's different way of thinking, different way to move. But most things are either based on your zip code, what part of town that you in, what's way that they gonna send the money to the school, what way they gonna treat the streets. Like down here in my neighborhood, nigga, we got more potholes than anywhere in the country. Like,
know?
but you go a couple of blocks left, right, or this way, and now, nigga, they got they'll put what's the metal grate joints over the ground. Here, you just boom, boom. Now you done crumbled your car because you done rolled down 22nd Street 4 times today. You know what I'm saying? And that pothole's getting bigger and bigger because 12 niggas done rolled through this joint. But yeah, damn near everything is like kind of like that. You got to get it in. We got to get enough people in positions to create change with that from within. We can't do nothing about that from the outside. That's why when it's time to vote, get your ass up there and go vote. When niggas say shit like my vote ain't gonna mean nothing, well, if 60,000 people think like that, then yeah, the votes ain't gonna mean shit because now we got 60,000 people who ain't voting. But you also can't be the first one complaining when shit don't change. You got to remember that you didn't take the initiative when it was on you to do something about that. You know what I'm saying? So you just got to shut the fuck up and take it. Because when it was time to put up and shut up, you shut up. So you continue to shut up. Um, my last joint will be we got to do a better job of understanding that it's not always about us. The way that the world, my bad, house phone is ringing. The way that the world is set up these days is we all think we are all important. And that's because of the social media aspect, where it's your followers, is your following, how much influence do you have on people, how many likes is this one getting? Like some people, when you go at them with these different business situations and look, I'm looking for sponsorship for this, that, or whatever, and they ask you, what is your influence? What's your likes and all of that? You gotta do a better job of understanding that everything ain't about us though. Just because, like again, like I said with that example of before, I get phone calls about, and my bad, somebody gonna answer the phone. I get the calls all the time about, yo, there's an opportunity at such and such station. There's an opportunity to do this, or they opening a new station, or this station is looking for whatever. If you're looking for a group project, I'm obviously not the guy for you. You looking for a sports show, I'm not the guy for you. I could talk sports, yeah. But if that's the lane that you look at to fill for your station, copy. I got phone calls I can make though that can fill that lane. But if I just looked at it from an aspect of just it's all about hype, then how do we grow? You know what I'm saying? Because I can say, all right, so which part of the country is you in? Because do you want somebody from out your area? You want somebody from across the country? You want the South, the North? How do you want that? Because I can pretty much make that happen. But that only happens when I'm looking for us type shit. Like some people don't even understand. Like I tell my wife this, like, man, sometimes you just hit niggas and you don't even want nothing. You just hitting them just to, yo, what's up with you? Just checking in. Ain't heard from you in a while. You know what I'm saying? That's not about me trying to do nothing for me. That's just, yo, what's up? Is everything cool? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And people look at that like it'd be kind of like halfway weird. It's like that ain't weird. That's what you're supposed to do.
Mhm.
So you got anything else before we switch this topic up now? Anything else that we need to work on as a collective?
Nah, them all the ones I had right there, big dog.
All right, copy that. So now we're gonna switch it up, talk a little bit about a little bit about the I Say Podcast Radio Network. How did we go from just the I Say Podcast to the I Say Podcast Radio Network? When did that happen and how did we get there?
Man, that happened like 2 years ago. We was, passionate about music and passionate about podcasting. And we had a lot of people who respected what we did and they gave us feedback on it. But they wanted to be creatives as well. So, we had the building. Shout out to the gym complex. We got a situation with that. So we just got together and pulled people with the same like mindedness, and that's when we was like, all right, we're gonna start the whole network and get the business side of it right, and then start building it out from there. And that's what we at now. We got the record label. We got, of course, again the media in the gym complex, and then we got I Say Podcast Network. That's we got another podcast coming out real soon. It's gonna be called Fetish Me, so be on the lookout for that. It's gonna come with a actual. You gotta have damn it, what's the
Is that the
word?
Patreon? Is that the Patreon?
You get your Patreon ready. And
Remember
that's
we talked about that a while ago. Okay, copy that.
so yeah, that's it, man.
All right, so we started the network 2 years ago, and this is what I want to know from you because I know you just got back in. When we had the conversation about a year ago, and you was like, "Nah, I ain't doing podcasting no more." Now you back out there.
Mm.
So did you like being in front of the camera with the podcast better, or you like the behind the scenes with all of the tedious work that goes with running the I Say?
Man, I like being behind the scenes, like with like music, you know what I'm saying? And I like being behind the scenes too with the network as far as when it comes to handling the business. But like I don't know cocky shit, just a lot of people when I stopped doing it was like, bro, you gotta get back into it. Like I can women would be like, I could just listen to your voice. And then so dudes just be like, bro, you be talking that real shit. Like you need to get back and do a pod. So I started thinking about it, and I'm trying to kind of work my way into some other stuff like at public speaking, stuff like that. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get this platform here and tap into some of the deeper topics that I think we need to talk about that we don't talk enough about in our community. Um, and let's discuss these things that might not be popular subjects. Because it's easy to get listeners when you're talking about just fuck shit all the time. Like what's going on in the media, stuff that's not really making people grow. You'll get people who are tune in, who are like and reshare all the bullshit. But when you're talking that real shit, it takes a real skill to get people to tune in and where their attention. So that's what I'm just working on, honing that craft, man.
So this is one of those things I always ask people, like, you want to do a podcast, what's your category? What are you lining yourself up with? What category would you identify yourself with? And I tell them my joint is shit that makes sense. Shit that
Mm.
makes sense because every week when you hit the button, appreciate you hitting the button, you're gonna get something that makes some sense. We're not gonna talk about whatever is the hot topic today because guess what? It's 7,000 other people talking about that. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? You
Yeah.
gotta be something, you gotta be something totally different. And it's the thing that another one of them things I always tell people, you got to come to the How to Hustle podcast to get me. You can't get me nowhere else. Just the same thing that you saying is the chicks is telling me they just like my voice. The dudes is telling me they like my style. all right, so if I got both sides of the situation, I'm not gonna come and do a parody of somebody else's show because I'm not that person. You looking for that, you gonna go to them. But you looking for me, you gonna come here to me.
For sure.
Something that you said too, man. I gotta get to the gym complex. I don't know when, but I gotta get to the gym complex.
Dude, it's a great
Yeah,
place.
that's what I'm saying, man. I always see the pictures of it and all of that. You know what I'm saying? Glad to know that I got. That's one thing I love is to be able to reach out around the country and know that you got somewhere that you can get to if you're in that area. You know what I'm saying? Where it's gonna be love when you get there.
Yeah.
Now let's talk a little bit about the music. What we got going on the music side of the say.
Well, my artist vocals, he about to release his project June 18th. So he got that coming out on the R&B tip. My girl artist
Hold
bit.
up. Hold up before we go into her. What's the two? Give me two joints on the album that you got to listen to. On the
We
18th, when this joint comes out, give me them two joints that you say, "Damn, you got to get these."
didn't put it together yet.
Okay.
Yeah,
So you got the pressure on him though, because you got the date already.
yeah, yeah.
Copy that.
And then I got my Omega project that's coming out. Probably towards the end of May. I'm gonna release the video called Love Songs on my birthday, Monday, May the 9th. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Hold
yeah.
up. You said that. Guess
Yeah.
what? Happy birthday, nigga. This
Yeah.
episode will be debuting on May 9th. So you know what I'm saying? Later on the day is what you're saying. The joint will be dropping. So after y'all hit the button and listen to the episode 64 with me and Is, y'all gonna go to the page because I'll have Is joints right there for you. You can go check out the video.
Hey, appreciate it. Yeah. So we gonna do. And then Victoria Rose, she released her project last.
About to say she just dropped, didn't she?
Yeah, and then we released a joint project together, me and her last month. So both of those out. Hers is called Icky Vicky, and our joint one is called Us Never Them. So yeah, go check that out too, man. We just giving y'all a buffet of music. You know how buffets work. Some stuff there that's for you and some that ain't. But you guaranteed to find something you go like. So just check out the buffet.
Give me two joints from those two projects that people need to go to. Brand new listener, you hitting a different market. You hit a bunch of different markets, with me. But what's the two joints? All right, they listening to her project, they listen to y'all project together. What's the joints that they gotta go to?
So for her project, y'all gotta check out that Yellow Tape, which is her single, and a video coming for that too real soon. You gotta go check that out. And my second favorite of her project is Boss Moves. Like just the beat, the grittiness of the beat, and how she flowing on that, changing her voice. That's my joint. And then two off the one that we did collaboratively, I would say let me see, probably You Got It. Definitely check that one out. It features label mate vocals as well. He on the hook. And then what? Yeah, I'm bumping that You Got It and that Jodeci right now. We kind of remixed the Jodeci classic, the Come and Talk to Me. So yeah.
All right, see, this is how official it is with me. I still got who rapping better in my clips, you know what I'm saying, on my internet.
Yeah.
And what's the name? The intro, I got a call from the hood, say it's fucked up. That's
Uh,
still my favorite joint from you. You know what I'm
uh,
saying? I still bang that, but like I said, that's still in my clips right here. You can't fraud number 4 in your clips. You know what I'm saying? That
that's love.
joint, what was the other joint? It was it might have been number 8. The joint where you was talking about like the young boy being made into the young boy not being born a racist, they was making him into a racist.
Yeah.
That joint too. Yeah, that was
Uh,
my shit too.
yeah. That's to that Outcast sample. Yeah.
Copy that. That's what I'm saying. I tell niggas like, you know what I'm saying, I can't get to everything, but you know what I'm saying, when I get to it, I'll let you know that no, I really did listen. I really did, You know what I'm saying? I really did like it because I can give you some feedback on the situation and I can get specific into something that you'll understand and be like, oh, okay, you didn't just breeze through the first 30 seconds and go, oh no, listen to that Jonah, it was cool. Because that's what most niggas gonna hit you with. And if a
Yeah,
nigga, if you ever ask a nigga about anything and they say, oh no, that joint was cool, copy, you didn't really listen. Like you might have listened, but you didn't pay attention, should I say.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
But all right, so you said later on the day on the 9th, you got the video dropping. You got a project dropping in June with the R&B situation. Anything else we got lined up before we close this one out is?
Oh nah, like I said, be on the lookout. I'm dropping that Omega towards the end of May. That's my solo joint. So it's coming. Every song will feature the new secret weapon that we got, Shack House. So this joint here got a crazy feel to it. We went crazy on it, man. I can't wait to share it with y'all.
All right, so this is a collab too then?
Yeah.
Okay, copy that. All right, so that was episode 64, y'all. Appreciate you coming on, bro. We are out.
Later, bro.